So Dragon Age of the Veilguard has gone gold. What does that even mean, and what does it signal for the state of the project? Historically, gone gold was literally that. It meant you had come out of the other end of certification, and a gold master had been created of the disc that was going to be used to create all of the copies of your game. That gold master would then be turned into a glass master, literally a disc made of glass that was used in the manufacturing machines to print all of the discs. Back in the day when consoles didn't have integrated hard drives, the layout of your disc mattered a ton. And because the console manufacturers had proprietary layouts and disc readers, it was a relatively involved process to start the manufacturing of your game. Is it still this way? My suspicion is it isn't, that there may not be a physical glass master created and it's all done digitally these days. Because most games are installed off the disc onto the integrated hard drive, the layout of the disc doesn't matter nearly so much as it did a decade ago. But this naming sticks around. So a game that has gone gold is ready to start the manufacturing process. It has cleared all of the remaining hurdles and it's ready to go. Chances are we've reached the point where people have moved off the project to move on to other things. Some people will remain to work on post-release content and patches, but some other people will have moved on to other projects. We can actually use the timing of the Gone Gold release compared to the release date to take a guess as to how things are going. I've made this convenient chart. If the studio has made a gold declaration and they don't even have a release date, that's pretty strange because typically you are doing this to signal something. But in that case, it's probably an indication that there is some other external factor affecting the potential release date. If this declaration came 6 weeks or more before the planned release date, things are in a pretty good shape. Manufacturing can go through at a normal pace, and there's nothing really rushed about the process. Indeed, if it's significantly more than 6 weeks, chances are that the team planned to go through certification a couple of times, and maybe they got through on their first go. So maybe things are even in a better shape than they expected in their planning. As we get below 6 weeks, we're starting to look into some form of compression. The way that manufacturing typically goes is that you are stamping these discs at one or many factories. But these factories want to maintain capacity to take in other orders that might have a shorter time frame than your larger order that's going through the process. So even though you might be at this factory pumping out your discs, there is actually typically some additional capacity there in order to allow you to accelerate to some degree. What you're basically doing is buying their surge capacity in order to speed up the process. Additionally, you can bring on additional factories to print more and more discs more and more quickly to a point. If you are FIFA or something that's going to sell massive numbers of quantity, there's a reasonable chance you may be consuming a significant percentage of the manufacturing capacity as it is. So your ability to surge may be more limited. But if you're something in the middle, like a Dragon Age or like most AAA titles, you have the ability to bring on a fairly large amount of additional capacity in order to get your discs built. There are limits to this. There's only so fast you can go. And beyond a certain point, the cost of pushing the machinery this fast is potentially not going to be worth it. So there are two other ways that you can also compress this process. In this day and age, with such a significant percentage of sales being done digitally, you can actually simply make less physical copies. The lead time needed to get your digital version up and running and ready to go is measured in days or potentially even hours. So if you are really squished for time, you can reduce the number of physical copies that you make. Maybe you only cover the pre-orders. And all stores are sold out on launch day. Everyone who pre-ordered got their physical copy, but everyone else either has to wait for a reorder to occur or buy it digitally. As we get really tight below 2 weeks, The last thing we can do is actually circumvent the typical shipping process. Most retailers want stuff to go through their central warehouses because it helps them from the perspective of controlling their logistics. But if you're really out of time, you can manufacture discs and drop ship them directly to the individual stores, circumventing that entire process, removing one entire step out of the logistics network. The fastest I've ever heard is less than a week, where discs were manufactured and literally FedExed to individual stores to get them there for launch day. Now, obviously, there's a huge cost associated with doing this, but if things are super compressed, you may have no other choice. As you can see from this chart, you can reverse engineer how the end of the project actually was going based upon these dates. It's important to remember that large publishing organizations typically have a PR process that's going to delay the gold announcement by at least a few days, possibly more than a week, in order to try to dot all the I's and cross all their T's. So the edges of these are a little fuzzier than this may indicate. But you can take a look at this chart, compare the goal declaration to the actual planned launch date, and see maybe how things are going. Now, what if you never get a goal declaration? What if the game just ships and it never went officially gold? That might be an indication that things landed really, really roughly, but it isn't necessarily. Depending on the PR plan for the game in question, it might just be an indication that there really wasn't a useful place to put that beat. Sometimes there is a risk of two different PR beats kind of stepping on each other. So if you had a more important beat, a more important thing to say around the time when you actually went gold, you may have decided that, you know what, we won't even bother. We'll just let the other PR run its course and come out when we come out. But typically, most games do use this as part of their PR process, and it is an indication that things are entering into the final phases. It is an indication that this game is, in fact, going to come out. So now's a good time to say you may all now celebrate, because the game you've been waiting for is coming. This video is a bit of an experiment, so if you found your way here and you have no idea who I am, I'm Mark Darrah. I worked at BioWare from 1997 until very recently, and I was executive producer on the Dragon Age series as well as Anthem. If you found this video interesting, you may find some of the other videos on my channel interesting as well, so check them out. A special thanks to my members. They provide the resources that this channel needs to keep running. If you're interested in becoming a member, there's a link to that down in the description. Additionally, we have a Patreon if you're interested in supporting the channel in that way. Of course, we have merch. This is the You May All Now Celebrate Briefly shirt, which is very appropriate to this video. This will be tagged in the video if you're interested in picking it up or something else. Are you excited that it's finally time for the game to come out? Have you been paying attention all along? What are some other games coming out this year that you are waiting for? Let's talk about that down in the comments. I will see you again soon. Thank you.